Hi, Stitchers. This is Stitching to Connect Annie on Wednesday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth. If that's something you celebrate or you honor, that's great. My husband's African American, so that is an important date in our home. And I don't know that we'll celebrate it, but we definitely remember it. And we'll discuss it tonight when he's home for dinner. So, yeah, it's great to see you. It's been a good 3 weeks. I just got back from StitchCon on Monday. So it was a great time. I'm going to do a little bit of life at the beginnings because I'm over the moon excited. My baby girl granddaughter, if she doesn't come before next Monday, they're inducing her, the mama. So we're very excited. She weighs over 6 pounds now, and she's actually due July 1st, but she's a little bit older mama, so they're going to induce her next Monday. She doesn't come before that. So my son just texted me. I don't know if you've joined me before. If you haven't, welcome. If you have, welcome back. And if you know, this is like my next go round of being a Grammy. This is my youngest son and his wife's first baby, and my oldest, who's a daughter, has 2 kids she and her husband have 2 children, and they are 17 and 18. So we are starting over. And the baby that's coming, they live in Seattle. So I'll be going to Seattle a lot in the next 2 years. You know, I really want to be part of the baby's raising, and I want her to know me really well. I was able to see my other grandchildren every 3 to 6 months of their lives, and that's been super meaningful to me. They've come back, of course, to Colorado on occasion, but I mostly was traveling to DC. So it's kind of nice that I'm in the middle of the country. I have to go one way or the other to see going to be able to see my grandkids. And of course, my older grandkids, my grandson is a rising senior in high school, and my granddaughter just finished her first year of university. So I'll put a little more about them at the end, but I had to squeeze in that first glorious announcement. So where to start? StitchCon was amazing. It was my 3rd StitchCon. I went to 2022. No, that's not right. 2021 and 2022. Last year I didn't go because my granddaughter graduated high school. So that was a busy June. So this was my 3rd one. It was every bit as wonderful as the first 2. They always do new and exciting and extra things every year, and they never fail to disappoint. Keepsakes is the sponsoring shop, and they do an amazing job. They have a Stitchy bus, which runs from the convention center over to their shop every hour and a half on the hour, and runs back on the half hour. So you can go over and shop there. They also have what's called an annex, where they have numerous trunk shows and a lot of shopping. So it doesn't lack for shopping at a retreat, and that's one of the very fun parts of shopping and going to a retreat. So so I got there Wednesday night. The retreat started on Thursday morning. I like to get there the night before. Just traveling can be a challenge sometimes, and so I wanted to be sure and get my rest for the night, and then get up early-ish. It opened on 10 o'clock on Thursday. I certainly wasn't in the long line that was out the door. I did end up connecting and sitting with 2 of the gals that 2 years ago I sat with at a table, and then met another 4 other gals that sat at our table. So there were 7 of us at the table. And then I was able, after you go to, this was my 12th retreat since 2021. Yeah, 3 years. Um, After you go to that many retreats, you meet a lot of people. And so it was kind of fun because of my back hip situation, I can't sit and stitch for longer than a certain amount of time. And so, but I can stand and walk around forever. So I was able to stitch for a while, got sore, tired, whatever, and then get up and connect with all my friends at all the other tables, kind of do a tour of reminiscence and connecting and catching up with all these gals I had either met at StitchCon or had met on my other retreats. And so that was really fun. That was a really great time. I almost always, and I try to get a room at the hotel that the retreat's at or connected to, which in this case it was connected to. And that way, when I get tired or when I need a break, because it can be overwhelming, I just go to my room, get out the heating pad, put the heating pad on my back for a while, relax, chill, get some space. Rarely stitch in my room. But I can do that, take a long nap, whatever, and it makes it super nice. Sometimes I go out out with people to meals. Sometimes we order in. Sometimes I just order in and snack in my room. It's just a really nice different kind of vacation for me. I don't even want to call it a vacation, but it's delightful. And I will miss it because I'm not got any scheduled at all for the next year, maybe 2 years, because I'll be going back to Seattle to see new grandbaby. She doesn't have a name yet. I'm excited to learn what that'll be. So right now she's grandbaby girl, and I'm excited to meet her and to see what her name is going to be. My son is her dad, so this will be different because my other two grandchildren, their mom is my daughter. So, but I love Ashley. That's my daughter-in-law's. I love her family. They're amazing. I've gotten to spend a lot of time over the years with them. And yeah, it's all very exciting. My son, they've not refinished, but kind of refinished, but finished their basement and made a room out of part of the basement, and that's my room. So I like to say my son built me a room. I've never been able to say that before. So I have a place to stay when I go. So I'm over the moon, just over the moon. I will be gushing. I will be a gusher for every floss tube you see. I can't help it. I'm so excited. So let's see. Thursday, I found my table mates. Got a little bit of connection going there. Stitched for a while. Just had a stitchy day. It was fun. It was easy. No muss, no fuss. And did the stitching room open? I have to look at so every time we go, we get, if I can find it. Yes, here it is. Every time we go every year, we get this StitchCon passport. It's a StitchCon 2024 passport. It has lots of good stuff in it. It has notes. It has the Stitchy Best schedule, the NX hours. I'm thinking, yeah, see, Thursday, we got to see the annex, but it was just window shopping. We couldn't purchase, and that was from 3 p.m. We couldn't purchase or buy anything until Friday. So we did do it. I don't even think I did the sneak peek. I can't remember. Some of it's all a blur. No, the sneak peek was from 8:30 to 10, and I went up to my room at 8 on Thursday night. I was tired out, tuckered out. They do have a late night stitching room at the hotel that goes from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. You will never see me at those. No, I'm done by 8. Sometimes one night I was there till almost 10. One night I was there till almost 10. They always have their so that on Thursday night they had a welcome gathering where they talk about what we're doing that weekend and just all the good stuff about all the wonderful things you're going to be doing. So Friday it opens at 8. I usually I'm not an early riser. I think I was down there by 9:30. Yeah. And they always do a community charity. This time it was called Beds for Sleepyheads, and it was a charity where they raised money to have beds for people, actual beds for people who were sleeping on floors. They were either sleeping on floors in community rooms or in their own homes and they couldn't afford furniture or some kind of situation where a lot of them were working, but they just didn't have the money to buy furniture. And I will tell you, between the 2 weekends, because this is a back to back weekend situation, so there's over 600 of us, 300 one weekend, 300 the next, we raised $69,000 for Beds for Sleepyheads, which we brought the owner of Keepsakes, who's the mama of this whole retreat, to tears. That's the most they've ever raised for a charity. So that was super, super amazing. We bought raffle tickets for that. There were just plain donations. There was door prizes that people donated for. Just a great and a bidding situation. People were so gracious and so what's the word I want to use? Generous and gracious in what they had to offer. Yeah. So it was that was an amazing part of the weekend, and it always is. I think one year we raised money for books, for like a traveling book library kind of thing. I honestly can't remember what the first year was, what we raised for, but this was super amazing. Maybe one year it might have been bedding. I can't remember, but this was actual beds. And then they had kind of a adjunct situation where you also could buy bedding for the beds, like pillowcases, comforters, blankets, sheets. And if you did that, then that was part of a donation. So that was amazing. Like I said, we had door prizes. I didn't win anything this year, which is absolutely fine. I'm not disappointed at all, because the first 2 I went to, I won a basket each one of those, which was worth easily $100 in gifts and patterns and fabric and all the good stuff. So I have more than won my share of gifts over the years in door prizes and auctions and raffles. So and it's always just fun to see everybody's joy when they do win. It's just such a gracious, loving, supportive community. That's all I can say. I can't say more than that. Then they did have a smalls exchange. I chose not to do that because of the travel I've been doing and the medical situation I've been dealing with. So I chose not to do a smalls exchange, but it's always fun to see what your table mates get in the smalls exchanges. I'm also looking to see what else we did. That was it. It's all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, and Sunday till 3:00. And it was amazing. Yeah. Sometimes when you sit there at a table and you're there's a room of 300 chatting women or chatting stitchers. I'm sorry, there were men there also. and I hope I don't offend anybody. There were all the pronouns there. That's all I'm going to say. Um, when there's that many people talking, it gets very loud and very boisterous. And to hear each other across the table at your table mate when there's 7 of you at a round table, a lot of times you have to yell. So I would get so that I had no voice. This happens to me almost every retreat. It didn't happen to me on the cruise because we sat right across the table. They were long tables. We sat right across the table from somebody or next to somebody, and I didn't have to yell across the table. And there were only 90 of us. So, didn't happen on the cruise, but it almost always happens at the big, huge retreats, like over 120 people. Yeah, but that's part of the fun of it. And I just had to remind myself to drink more water, had to hydrate. I had to be on top of that and rest my voice. So sometimes I had to go to my room so I would shut up, because it's very hard to sit there and stitch and not visit with people. Yeah. So that is a trade-off you have to think about when you're at these retreats. Do I want a voice or don't I want a voice? I'm looking at the rest of all this fun, and I think I covered all of that. They have a list of all the floss tubers that are there, and there were pages and pages. 1, 2, 3, 4 full pages of floss tubers. There were a lot of us, and yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't put last names. I wish they kind of had put last names. Pardon me. They have your first name and then your channel name. And I thought in the past they had put last names, because I don't always know everybody by their first name. Got a little gifty from Sue Hillis, a little chart. Sue Hillis is in that local group too. We got, is that? Oh yeah. Okay. A list of happenings, a list of restaurants, and then a place for notes. As you can see, I did not do much of that. We got a goodie basket, a goodie bag. We did get a very nice large tote bag that I ended up giving to somebody because I have a lot of large tote bags, and I just she had a friend that couldn't come, and so I said, "Why don't you take my tote bag?" And so that was more than fine with me, and so I gave that to her. But it was very nice. It was like one of those big, some of the big bags I have from Black Needle Society. It was all black with red lettering on it. It was very nice. And then we got, one of the other things they did, I thought it was 2 days, but I think it was just 1 day. Friday. Yeah. They had a representative. She might have been the editor. I'm not sure. Of Just Cross Stitch magazine. I think her name was Barbie. Come and meet with a group of stitchers for their input. I guess they did it last year. I wasn't there last year, but they did the same thing last year. And I didn't go, but a couple of people I know went, and they were able to share some ideas. And I buy Just Cross Stitch magazine occasionally. I almost always get their Halloween and their Christmas ones. I'm not a subscriber, but I will pick it up once in a while, or I'll watch some floss tubers do reviews of them, and I can show you a few. I did end up getting the Halloween one when I was there, so I can show you a few of my very favorites out of that. But they'll do a flip through review, and sometimes I'll go, oh, that's cool. And then I'll go to Michael's or Joann's and pick one up. Apparently they took a lot of their suggestions from last year And I've heard several of my stitching friends say, that it's really improved this year. And so, I mean, it's like marketing 101. Know your audience, know what they like, take their advice. And, I have a business degree. I know what you do for marketing, and that's an excellent way to do it. Have somebody go to these retreats and sit down with a group and get their suggestions and improve. So that was a new thing that I had not experienced. Like I said, last year they did it, but I wasn't there last year. So in our goodie bag was a copy of Just Cross Stitching's summer issue. And I won't show it to you because a lot of floss tubers have done a flip through of that. And there were one or two patterns I liked in it, but I didn't like it as much as I liked the cross stitch Halloween, which I got. In when I went on the Stitchy bus. So maybe that's what I did Thursday. I got down there and the Stitchy bus was leaving at 10, and I hopped right on the Stitchy bus. I decided I was going to get all my shopping done that day. Did I go to the Annex that morning? I can't remember, but I got on the Stitchy bus. I went to Keepsakes, and I bought a few patterns. I did not buy a few patterns. I bought floss, and I'll show you that later. But they had just gotten this, which is this cross stitch 2024 special collector's issue of Halloween. And you can see all the amazing designs on there. This one is done by Miriam Marumi Stitches. I met her on the cruise. She's delightful. I love that owl. She calls it Owloween. It's fabulous. Then I think Michelle Bendy Stitch has one in here too. I'm pretty sure she does. See if I can find it really, really quick. But there's a couple of really fun ones in here. I won't do a full. This one's cool. Look at all the bottles. Look at all the potion bottles. I thought that was pretty amazing. I would do that. They have a lot of smalls, which I really, really like. Let's look at Michelle's Bendy Stitch one. Pretty sure she has one in here. This one I like too. This is called Baba Yaga's Hut. I don't know the designer, but I like it. Baba Yaga is a Russian or the word has escaped me. Oh my goodness. Like witchy kind of the word is gone, people. I can't think of it. Quit trying to think of it because it's not there. I look really quick here. These are cute. A lot of them are smalls. That's one of the reasons I like the Halloween and the Christmas one. A lot of them are smalls. I love him. He's great. He'd be fun to stitch. I was very impressed with their choices for this one. Wow. I should just look it up in the... This one's cute too. I like this one a lot. Look at those cats. That is done by... I had not heard of her. Nicoletta Ferrauto, Farrauto of Nikki's Creations. Sometimes I like to see what designers they have and then look up and see what other designs they have done. Lots of cute ones. I could be wrong. Maybe Michelle Bendy doesn't have one in here. If she does, I'm sorry, Michelle. I couldn't find it. This one's fabulous, but I wouldn't stitch it. It's too big. But it is fabulous. And if you like skulls, that's amazing. That is amazing. And that's done by someone I don't know, and it's French. So I'm not going to try to say who it was. Wow, I was sure. Maybe I'll show it in the future. Oh, here's Here's Miriam's. Marumi Designs is her design company. It's very Miriam. If you like that kind of structural design, Miriam does amazing stuff. Look Marumi Designs up. She's great, and she has a floss tube. I think it's called Marumi Designs. I met her on the cruise. She's delightful. She lives in Chicago. So anyway, that was fun, and it was literally hot off the presses. It was funny because we went to lunch the day that they had that sit down with the gal from Cross Stitch, and one of the gals had gone to it, and then we went to lunch, and she was saying, and we got to see a preview of the Halloween, and I had just bought that morning at Keepsake, and I said, yeah, she said, and no one else has seen it, and I said, I bought it this morning. She goes, oh no, you couldn't have, and I said, yeah, I did, and I said, well, so I said maybe Barbie brought a bunch of them when she came to Keepsakes, and that's and we're getting the first ones. I don't know, it's the first one I had seen or heard of, so you got a little sneak preview. I think they're out in stores now, but I don't know that for sure. So I'm not sure. You may have gotten a sneak preview. I don't know. But it's worth it. Buy it. It's worth it. There's 24 spooktacular ornaments, 6 frightfully fun chapters, 50 plus ghoulish goodies to stitch. That's pretty impressive for the bargain price of $9.99. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I loved all of them. And so that was fun. Okay. And then, so I can't remember. I know I bought this at the Annex. I know I bought these at the Annex. So I ended up getting, I have not had any of the Proper Stitchers designs. And this one is called Strength and Dignity. I'm not going to take it out of the papers. I think I can do it without too much glare. It says, she is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. It's a Proverbs 31:25. I'm not sure I'll use those colors, but I might. It's ultra feminine, and I'm not sure I'm crazy about the pinks, but it is beautiful. It is all weeks threads are called for. I might substitute those. And I like the saying because I hope I can be clothed in strength and dignity, and I hope I can laugh at the days to come. I know I can laugh and be joyful for my granddaughter coming. I know I can do that. So, yeah, that meant something to me. And then you all know, if you know me, I'm a huge Lindy Stitches fan. Stephanie can do no wrong, in my opinion, as a designer. And this was designed, I'm going to read this, designed especially, glasses would help, designed especially for the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit 2022. So we're in 2024, so this was 2 years ago. Hosted by Acorns and Threads, which is in Portland, Oregon. I decided to choose some of the West Coast treasures, including sea stars, clams, murres, M-U-R-R-E-S. I do not know what that is. Tufted puffins, sea lions, and gray whales, although I couldn't resist making mine blue. And she used Dinky Dyes, Classic Colorworks, and Dinky Dyes, and DMC. I may have to buy some threads for this because look at that. I'm going to take it out because I don't want it glaring. And I love this pattern. I loved it when it was released. I loved it when I saw it after they had that design, that special time. And then I absolutely loved it when I saw it when they released it. And I knew I wanted to stitch it. If you are a first-time joiner, I'm a beach girl. My maiden name is Beach. I lived at the beach in San Diego till I was 12. I didn't live at the beach, but I was at the beach twice a week. Um, Moving to Colorado was traumatic. We have no beaches in Colorado. We have lovely lakes and fantastic skiing, but no beaches, no seawater. So I have to get my feet in the sand and sea at least once a year. Uh, COVID was rough on that since I didn't get to do that for a couple of years. But I love sea animals and the ocean, and that's where my heart is. But I also thought this was super fun being from the Northwest because I was born in Oregon. And then my son lives in Seattle. So I definitely want to stitch this. Like I said, it's a Lindy Stitches. She's an amazing designer. I'm a whimsical stitcher. I love whimsy. It's very whimsical. There's seals and puffins and penguins and whales, and I love it. And it says, "Comb the beach for treasure with me. My heart resides beside the sea." I don't know where she got that. I don't know if she penned that or it came from somewhere else, but I love it. So I'm super excited both. So those are the only two charts I bought. I was pretty proud of myself in regards to charts. One of the things that a table mate got that I was excited about. So I had a table mate. Her name is Angie. She sat with me 2 years ago, and I got to sit with her again. And she's delightful. She and her travel mate are from Iowa, Hawkeyes. We talked a lot about Caitlin Clark. It was fun. And Angie is a monogamous stitcher. There are few and far between of you out there, but I admire you a lot. She stitches full coverage pieces. She stitches dimension stitchers. Angie, I'm bragging on you, girl, because I know you watch me. I so admire her. I can't do that. If you know me, I have like about 40-45 whips, works in progress. She stitches on things until they're done. I'm just like, whoa, how do you do that? And she was working on she does some landscapes, but she was working on a beautiful one with balloons in the sky. Amazing. And she had this, and she bought it a couple of years ago. I'd never seen one before. I bought this one because I thought it was so pretty. And so it has ties on one end, and then it has a rolled up. I'm not sure what they use, but it's very nicely made. It's quilted, and you roll it up, and so you can put your bigger pieces on this and roll it up and keep it, and then tie these off, and it keeps it flat. And I thought, what a great way to do my mirabilias. So that if it has beads on it, and I'm working and it has beads on it, of course, this isn't what you stitch on. It doesn't hold your stitching, but it keeps it nice and clean and safe and not rumpled. It's made by, they're called Stitch and Roll Project Rolls by Althea. She has altheasnr@gmail.com. And she had quite a few of these in all kinds of colors. I thought this one was fabulous. So that's the only like project holder. I didn't buy any project bags, but I did get this. I thought that was kind of cool, and I wouldn't have gotten it if I hadn't seen Angie have hers from last time. That was super exciting. Do I want to show all my threads? Oh, then another thing we got in our goodie bag, let's just thread, was this nice little, what does it have on it? Nice little book. It's a date book. It has pages with date in the corner with a nice little pen. It says StitchCon keepsakes cross stitch Cincinnati, Ohio, and it also has a um, elastic band where you can put like a bookmark kind of thing. It's a nice little book. I didn't get any signatures. I didn't get any info from anybody. I think I wrote everything down in my phone. So I've got everybody's information. It's just not in here. So that's a nice little book we got, a little treasure. And then if you have gone to any of these retreats, so everybody is so gracious and kind, and which I did, I left my table a lot. You are running around and everything. And granted, there are 300 people there. Some of these people made 300 things to share and to give away. I got this from Stitching. Can't read that. Stitching Holly Hogue. I'll have to look her up. It's a cute little bear. It's a little zipper pull. Then I got this beautiful zipper pull. Do something. Okay, it's good for now. Okay, beautiful zipper pull or scissor fob. I use these more for scissor fobs. Isn't that pretty? It's green and it's got scissors on the end of it. Do the scissors? Oh my god! No, the scissors don't open, which would probably be annoying more than anything else. Anyway, it's greens and golds and sparklies, and I love this kind of stuff. I have them everywhere. I either put them on my bags or I put them on my scissors. We got a lot. I'll just show a few things that not that I didn't appreciate everything. I did appreciate everything. A lot of people make floss drops. Here's a floss drop with a kitty on it. Look at that kitty and a charm. So I collected a lot of new floss drops, which I can incorporate into my stitching, which is fun. The other popular thing that people give out is thread jewelry. This one, I don't know who this was from. I think I have her card. Has a 2024 charm, a butterfly, and a butterfly, really pretty little cabochon. You know, so you can put your floss drops with thread on these. I have like 3 little baggies full. 3 little baggies full of all that good stuff. A lot of people bring candy. I don't know where my bag of candy went. Oh, I do know. Anyway, one of the other gal from Iowa made us a little plastic bag that had all kinds of candy in it, like little Snicker bars and all kinds of candy. I just kept adding all the candy that people would drop by into that bag. So I have a snack bag full of candy, which is super fun. I know I showed this last time, but if you're new, this is the smalls I got at Stitch North. And I brought it with me to show everybody because I think it's so beautiful. Can I remember the gal's name who gave it to me? I can't. But look on my Stitch North recap and you'll see. I even have a picture of her. I can picture her in my mind. She had a little emotional support dog with her. So cute. Anyway, I love that. I took it with me and I used it a lot for putting in pins and needles and all that kind of stuff. I love that biscornu. I'm just going to I'll show you what I gave out to my table mates. I did not go around. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I didn't on this one go around. I usually do. This is my floss drop. It has my Sierra Cat on it, and then has my Stitching to Connect Annie information, and then with it you can like punch holes in it. I don't punch holes because of my arthritis, and sometimes people like to punch different size holes, different places on their cards. I just let them do it, and I'm kind of lazy. Anyway, that's my girl Sierra. So I I give these out in these little I call them bridal bags. But this year I made these for my table mates, and I kept one because I loved it so much. It's a counting pin, and I made them in all different colors of blues and all of that. And it was an easy gift. It was super easy. So that's going in my. It's got some kind of hair on it or something. That's going in my little biscornu. Yeah. So that was kind of fun. And I gave those to my table mates. That was one of the table mate gifts I did. And then I'm just going to hold them up because I went shopping at Keepsakes. First of all, I bought these. I did buy these floss straps because I thought they were really pretty. They say, buying cross stitch like I'm immortal on it, which I find delightful. And then I bought all of these so I kitted up some of my projects is what I did. Almost all of these are going to go on a mermaid. All the threads I bought are mermaid bound. Then I did buy these two. These are all by Lucy Beam. I need to look up her because she does really cute floss drops. Well, it's very cute, I thought. So I bought 2 sets of those just because I wanted things to match a little bit. And like I said, these are all mermaid bound. All mermaid bound flosses, all DMCs. And then I did buy a Forbidden Fiber, which I thought was gorge. And what's the name of it? Oh, Saturnalia. And I think I do have this one. It was in one of her kits, Forbidden Fiber kit from a couple of Christmases ago. And that Michelle Bendy Stitch designed. And I liked it so much. I wanted to have it in my stash. This is simply I can't even say the word now. I think I have another one, but maybe not. This is a Gentle Arts Crystal Lake, which is pretty blue. It's going to be a mermaid also. Almond M&M's Ymir had her silks there in the annex, and I bought one of her purples because I just think it's so pretty, and I love stitching with her silks. And then I bought a lot. Why did I buy 4? Did I buy 4? I did. I bought 4, and I don't think I intended to buy 4. I know I needed 2. Maybe I needed 4 fathoms for one of my mermaids and their weeks. And then I bought 2 other ones, deep sea. So I am pretty well set for my mermaid. One of my mermaids. Oh, and I bought these beads, which are, I know the number, but I don't know the name. They have a name. Anyway, they're beautiful. They're going on a mermaid too. I needed those. So I bought those too. So I bought a lot of floss, a couple of patterns, that project roll, and I think that's all I bought. I was pretty disciplined. Oh, and that magazine. So I was pretty disciplined. I had I'd received a gift certificate 2 years ago when I went, and I got another gift certificate while I was there from Angie, and I used both of those. So that helped me on my spending at Keepsakes, which was very gracious of Angie. So, like I said, these stitchers have so much generosity of spirit and graciousness in their very beings. So now I'll show you what I stitched. I didn't do a ton of stitching, but I did do some, and I am excited about this. I got my 4th crab done on my Feeling Crabby. I've showed this before, but I'll show it again. It's a biscornu. It has one side there and one side, the other side is that. It's just shells. And I'm doing one side. So I'm doing the crabs on this side. I just have the 2 more shells and then a little bit around. It has quite a bit of beads on it. I think I had the beads, but I'm not sure. And then the other side that it has the little shells on it, I'm doing it on that color. So this is all one piece. And I'm going to use that color. And I think it's going to be fabulous. So I did get another crab done. So I've done a crab each retreat. I'd have to look it up. But I put in a crab at 4 of my retreats. So that's kind of fun. It's kind of a momentous occasion. I am taking a little bit of time to try and get these back where they need to be. So sorry about the delay and sorry about my hiccups. I had a friend drop by before I came and I think I talked a lot. Now I got the hiccups. So that's the one piece I stitched on. And then I worked on baby girl granddaughter's piece, which I can actually show you today because I am recording this on my computer. I've gotten 46 minutes. It's going to be at least an hour. If I can find it. Real quick here. It's Arctic Animals. This is a Stitch Rovia piece. It's so cute. This is the piece I'm doing for my grandbaby girl. She lives in Seattle, and they have whales, and they have seals. They don't have polar bears or penguins. You have to go farther north for that. And there's a lot of fish. So see the seal poking through the ice there? I thought that was super cute. So I have worked on the seal, a lot of the pink and the white. I'll show it to you in a minute. And the polar bear. I'll show you in a minute. And I'm going to put her name on one side, as soon as I know what that is, and her birth year on the other side. Maybe her birth date. Maybe her actual birth date, like month, day, year. I'm not going to do the pounds and all of that stuff. But, yeah. And I'm not doing it on white. I'm doing it on a light icy blue. I'm super happy with it. Get it so you can see it. Oops, everything's sunken out. Oops. So, here's the seal poking through the ice. Here's the body of the polar bear. His head goes down here, and then I've stitched some of the pink. So I did that much. I did all of the polar bear and some of the, I think I just worked on the polar bear when I was there. Yeah. Super cute, super fun. I'm in love with it. This is one little thing we got as a giftie from someone came around. She made 300 of these, which like blows my mind, or at least half of the groups. It wasn't my table mate, I don't think. I could be wrong. It could have been my table mate, but I don't think so. I think this was, oh my goodness, it could have been a table mate. I wish I could remember what our table mates gave us. I'm not remembering. It's it's a lot, folks. I don't always remember what I got, who I got it from. But so those are the only 2 things I stitched on at StitchCon. But I got something done. I accomplished something. I was going to do more and I just didn't. What was I thinking? I was thinking of something when I was showing you that, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I know. Scissors. So we did get another pair of scissors in our, this was in our goodie bag too. This was also in our goodie bag. So I think this was in our goodie bag. It says StitchCon 2024. It looks just like the little house that Keepsakes is in. This was in our goodie bag. It says 2024 on it. These scissors were in our goodie bag. And then this was, I believe, one of my table mates gave me. I know, yeah, my table mate to my left, Debbie. She did a kind of a Halloween themed gift bag thing, and I got the Halloween themed one. So that's some of the scissors or fobs I got, and I like to put them on and then I stick them to my magnetic situation on my thing, on my pattern holder. That's what I'm trying to blurt out. Now I'm gonna, I don't want to do it. I'm afraid it's gonna stop. Let me look and see if I can find my really quick. Oh, it's not there. It's not there. It's got to be in the other one. Because I just have like 2 more things I want to talk about. And I'll talk a little bit more about my upcoming health situation and a little bit more of family. Yeah, here she is. So this, I have gotten a lot done on my Mirabilia mermaid. How much I got done on her. That is all Kreinik, folks. All the way down. This is part of her tail. Do I have a picture of her? I should. Why am I not seeing it? I don't have it right at hand. Maybe it's in that other bag I just put on the floor. Check. Double check. Oh, there she is. Okay. I get so organized and then I start packing for a trip and all the organization goes out the window. This is her. Isn't she fabulous? Look at her. Look at her. That's her fins and this is her bod. So I'm halfway up her bodice, like almost up to her chest, and down, starting her tail down here. And I love the green Kreinik, and there's going to be blue Kreinik too. Super fun. I got a lot done on her before I went on my trip. Yeah. I need to put her together with this. So anyway, that is, I believe, that's all I've stitched since I last talked to you, which was about 3 weeks ago. Not too shabby. And I think that's everything I wanted to share with you that I did at StitchCon. So if you have a chance to go to StitchCon or any retreats, there are so many numerous retreats across the country. I've been to Camp Black Needle, which is in August in Kansas City. I'm not going this year. I've been to 2 in Pittsburgh, which is put on by Steel City Stitchers. They do a good retreat. It's not as big as StitchCon, but there aren't any that big. I've been to 2 at Stitch North in Canada, Brampton, Ontario, near Toronto. I think it's Ontario, near Toronto. And one in Florida, put on by Annabella. One here in Colorado, put on by Colorado Stitchers. I think that's her name. Anyway, I'm on their wait list this year. If I get off the wait list and I can go, it's local, so I'll go ahead and go. And that's in September. And on my cruise. I haven't been to any in the Northwest. I'll have to look around and see what I can find in the Northwest since I'm going to be up in the Seattle area quite a bit. Went to Mirabilia retreat in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, last October. If you can go to retreat, try to go because it is an amazing experience. But also, they do virtual retreats, and I would highly recommend you try to do that. Annabella does some pop up retreats, virtual retreats. She did one in the spring, she's doing one in the summer. It's not this weekend, it's the weekend after, um, the last weekend of June. So I'm expecting my box that has all the goodies in it for that. Jingle Ball is amazing. Anything virtual, it's a Zoom platform or whatever platform they use. It's a great way to meet other stitchers, to Zoom with other stitchers. It's really, really fun. Anything that can connect you to our stitching community is a wonderful experience, and I highly recommend it. So if you're a little nervous about traveling or being with 300 people in a ballroom, try those and see what you find, and you might connect with someone. You might ease your anxiety a little bit and decide, I think I'd like to try that. And you can pace yourself at those retreats. There is no judgment. If you want to do a smalls exchange, you can. If you don't, like I said, I didn't do one this time. I don't do them every time. I did do one in Stitch North, but I didn't do one for the cruise. So, but it's just fun to enjoy all the enjoyment around you. We have such a lovely, loving, caring stitching community that I would highly recommend you partake in. So I'm right at an hour, and so I'm going to say bye for now. This is Stitching to Connect Annie. I will say I have a few a medical procedure that I'm having done in July 1st, and I'll fill you in more on that after I have it done. I'm hoping it's going to address the issue in my back and my hips. I'm very hopeful of it. It's not something that I've had done before, and it's somewhat experimental, but I think it's well documented, and my daughter is super supportive of me doing it, and so is my husband. So I'm going to try having that done. Hopefully it will relieve some of this pain I'm having in my back and hips. And yeah, that's all I've got for today. I will keep you apprised of baby girl's arrival. I might do a special one when she gets here and just say, yay, and maybe be on for 15 minutes, who knows. But please reach out, like, subscribe, comment if you like. I try to get back to my commenters and at least do a heart. Please know I read all my comments and do a heart, but I will say I do this I do this mostly for me. I love connecting with people. I love sharing the joy of stitching with people. But as far as the thousands of subscribers, I'm not one of those. I can be if you want to subscribe to me. I'll take your subscriptions, but I'm not a. It's just not why I do it. I do it because I love connecting with people. I love sharing my joy of life and stitching with people. And that's all I'm going to say for now. This is Stitching to Connect Annie. Have a great upcoming week. Hopefully I'll see you sometime in the next 10 days and let you know about baby granddaughter here. So bye for now.